Hi there, everypony. This is Deckard Spade, and today we're going to be talking about MLP and alicorns. There's a lot of buzz about where alicorns come from, and the canon in the show shows not only them being created, but through a spoiler in Season 6, that they are born. Personally, I've been intrigued by the fact that they exist at all. A rare breed of pony that has the ability to use both unicorn and Pegasus magic. But is that all they are? Are they actually more powerful than that because they have all three traits? Or is it something else that makes them unique? Celestia and Luna both have the ability to move celestial bodies. Princess Cadance has the ability to influence love and relationships. And it's even demonstrated during Magical Mystery Cure that Twilight Sparkle ascended to become the Princess of Friendship due to her understanding of friendship and the power that it gave her and her friends. But with the introduction of Flurry Hearts, we end up straying from that and end up with a conundrum. Is an alicorn's power tied to some sort of trait related to their cutie mark, or is it something that's innate that is born through genetics? And if that's true, then what happens when you end up with an ascension? Is there some sort of latent genetic ability that is brought forth? Or am I looking at this too seriously and the writers are just throwing us a curveball? Today, we're going to do a little bit of analysis to break down the princesses and examine their magics. And when we're done, I'm going to talk a little bit about the alicorn princesses themselves, their personalities and how they factor in, and the new addition. And before I get ahead of myself, I'm going to let you know I don't dislike the fact that Shining Armor and Cadance had a child, but there are some things which just bother me about the design. And we'll get to that. So the first pony we're going to look at is Celestia herself, the Princess of the Sun. One of the two Alicorn sisters and joint ruler of Equestria, she holds the following abilities. First and foremost, Princess Celestia is known for raising the sun. However, she is also known to be able to raise the moon when necessary. This being evident as she had to raise both the sun and the moon during Nightmare Moon's banishment for 1,000 years. Princess Celestia has also shown prophetic abilities. In the Season 4 finale of Twilight's Kingdom, Princess Celestia has prophetic dreams about what's going to happen with Tyrek. Someone may also further speculate that during Twilight's ascension during Season 3, Princess Celestia's comments of watching Twilight all her life and knowing that she was to become a princess make a little bit more sense. Princess Celestia is also capable of opening a pocket dimension. This is evident during Magical Mystery Cure when Twilight Sparkle ascends, and the princess has an advanced understanding of both dark and light magic. We see this as Princess Celestia asked Twilight Sparkle to go defeat Sombra in the Crystal Empire. Now we already know that the Alicorn sisters have similar magics, and while I do argue that Princess Celestia has age and experience on her side as well as an understanding of base magics, Princess Luna is actually the stronger of the two. Now, this is my personal opinion, but it is based on the facts that I've come across so far. Of the two sisters, Princess Luna has more potential and versatility compared to her older sister. We can already infer that Princess Luna has the abilities of moving celestial bodies. Princess Luna is inferred to have the ability of moving both the moon and the stars in the sky. From the first episode, you also see the ability of shape-shifting. This is seen when Nightmare Moon takes the form of the Shadow Bolts in the Season 1 premiere. We also can see that she's capable of switching between the form of Nightmare Moon, Mist, and herself several times during the series. And during our first Nightmare Night episode, we see the next ability, animation of inanimate objects. We see this in the Spider Toss Beanbag being turned into a creature. But Princess Luna was also capable of taking it to the next level, the creation of a spell-like animated being capable of various abilities, much like a homunculus, which we see in the Tantalus. Such creatures can be created within dreams and in reality, suggesting that Luna's abilities transfer from both waking world to being asleep. Which brings us to the last power that we're going to mention for now, Princess Luna's capability of traveling and observing dreams. From aiding the Cutie Mark Crusaders in their personal development, to including the main six and the entire town of Ponyville in a dream, her power within the realm of dreams and in reality is something to be reckoned with. However, there is one thing that gives her a glaring weakness: her lost time. She was already the younger of the two Alicorn sisters. Combine that with 1,000 years being imprisoned in the moon, This leads her to being inexperienced in the time frame that she's come up to, as well as giving Princess Celestia plenty of time to catch up. Now to move forward before I make any more Luna fans angry at me. The next one that was introduced was Princess Miyamore Cadenza, aka Princess Cadance. I'm not gonna lie, Princess Cadance's list is pretty lackluster compared to the others. Princess Cadance has the ability to influence emotion. She can take an emotion that seems to be already there and amplify it. I'm hesitant to call this emotional control, as Princess Cadance herself seems to use it only on a couple that's arguing, meaning that they already have a pre-existing relationship and that love exists within them. And she uses the abilities on herself and Shining Armor in order to increase the power of that Love Emboldened shield that expelled the changelings from Canterlot. The only other things that we know is that she seems to be good at babysitting, and she's also keen on giving relationship advice. Princess Cadance is probably the weakest of the Alicorns, and I don't find this to be her fault. I just feel that the writers haven't picked up enough development for this character yet to show off what she could truly do. And until they establish more development for her, she's little more than a stereotype for being a princess and a mother. Also, fastest pregnancy ever! Yeah. The last one on this list is Princess Twilight Sparkle. Since Season 4, we've seen some development in trying to fly and use magic. However, we've only noticed one or two things that exist within her realm of being an Alicorn to be considered an ability. A fast adaptation and use of powerful magics. This demonstrated during her battle with Tyrek with all three Alicorns' power inside of her, and the addition of the Cutie map, which points out problems across Equestria regarding friendship. Aside from this, we really don't see any key abilities that she has. Up until now, she was the youngest of the Alicorns. Now, most of you are probably wondering, since I started this analyzation, what about the use of blasting or flight? I'm hesitant to mention these for a reason. One, unicorns already use blasting magic, and in most cases, having wings means that you have flight. I wouldn't call these traits so much as genetic acquisition. They're not tied to a talent or an ability, they're just something natural. So let's talk a little bit about genetics. We know that they have wings, a horn, and the traits of an earth pony in order to exist as an Alicorn. They have an increased reserve and ability in use of magic. There is a definite increase in lifespan, and a change in appearance that show more refined features, mostly becoming a tall, slender pony. After examining these facts, one can definitely see that their talents define their traits, and the talents that they have are not created by being an Alicorn, but augmented. Now, the differences have yet to be seen between a natural-born Alicorn and one that's been ascended. We won't know more about that until Season 6. But the genetic factors can be speculated to be passed on from the mother to the child. Though I am going to say one thing. Floreyheart's design leaves me with a lackluster taste in my mouth. A wingspan way too big for a child, giant goofy eyeballs, having a short but near full mane upon birth. I think Hasbro decided that oversized everything equals cute. I already know that some people are calling this a Generation 3.5 throwback. At any rate, that's as much time as I have for today. If you agree, disagree, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for staying a while to listen.